Group, Realtor Partners, Zach Watson and Curtis Watson. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, guys.
Yeah, how are you guys?
Good.
Yeah.
Any day we get to come on here, right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
They're the Watson team, but they're also family.
Brothers.
Brothers, right?
Yeah.
We'll let you decide who's older.
Let me ask you guys this, and either of you can answer. How did you guys decide to get into business together?
I don't think it was much of a decision, honestly. Really? It was, I think he had called me up and said he was entertaining the idea, and I didn't even question it. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I get to wake up every day and work with my brother. Let's do it, you know?
So. You must have been a great influence on him growing up, obviously.
Yeah, kind of like a dad to him, right?
Yeah.
I mean, some of it was, rough on him. Other times, I'm teaching him things. But as far as getting into business together and being a team, it's like that was the only way I was going to get back into real estate because of the flexibility it offers. It gives us both a little bit of flexibility. It gives our clients, 2-for-1 sort of thing. So having each other, being able to pick each other up when we're down or help each other out scheduling wise just makes it huge.
Yeah, so you guys just make a great team.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've actually purchased things from Curtis.
I know
before.
that. I do know that.
When you told me you were going to move back into real estate, I was really happy for you because I thought what you do, you don't seem like a salesperson. You seem more like someone that's just going to help people, and that's really what you're doing in real estate. It's a pretty big decision.
Yep.
And I think you're really good at nerve calming.
Yeah, there's a lot of nerves in what we do. And, I didn't tee you up for that, but I was thinking about this earlier. The way I look at, previous experiences in the sales world, not that this is any different. This is actually just taking it one more step, but we just help people. We happen to sell homes or help people sell their homes or help people find their home, but essentially we're helping people, and that's how we do it.
Yeah, and you're with a really well-known and reputable firm that has a long history in the community. And I think today we have a property or two we're going to take a look at that you're currently offering.
Yeah, so this property here is, it's interesting because it's really, the proximity to the hospital is awesome. So it's right behind Henry Ford Hospital. It's adjacent to one of their parking lots.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it's been completely remodeled. It's had new flooring. It was a doctor's office of sorts, so you could see the waiting room. And all of these, I think it's got 8 different rooms, a total of 2,400 square feet with a reception area. There's a ADA bathroom, plenty of parking. It is ideal for a lot of things, and office space has just been a struggle in not just in our market but everywhere. So we're thought we'd talk about that and let everybody know what's out there. I think the idea with this is trying to get some creative ideas in there. You could do. We talked about all kinds of ideas. We brainstormed. It's been kind of fun, but trying to get other people to think that way has been the tough part. So you could do hair, nails, massage therapy, psychology. Like, you could do so many things in there. You could buy it if you're an investor and you want to micro suite it to some of these people who just want their own space with a door. There's an open area where, we've all been into a salon where they don't even have their own room. It's just separate spaces in a big room. And so you could do all kinds of things in there.
Yeah, to find that space ready to go that close to the hospital, that's very rare. So for sure an opportunity. On the homeowner side, is it a seller's market or things shifting, or?
It's a lot more balanced than it was a few years ago. I would say that it just depends on the price range, if you ask me. Yeah. Some ranges are moving a lot quicker than others. But it's I would lean more towards seller, but it's a lot more balanced.
How does a team work? Tell us about how you guys work together.
So we keep it individual in the sense that we each have our own relationships and people that we know, and different strengths and weaknesses too. You've worked with Curtis, so you kind of know where he's strong, and I would argue that I'm strong in areas that he's not. And so it's really just kind of that offset, bouncing things off each other. We actually think pretty similarly, which is hard because if you know how he thinks, just familiarity, right? There's 2 of us, and so sometimes we're really going, and we're really creative too, and so having somebody next to me that that can kind of keep up with my side of the creativity, it's beautiful.
When your brother was first in real estate way back, did that kind of spark your interest, or what really got you into?
I was still in school,
right.
So at that point, I probably wasn't thinking.
Wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah,
I
like
just
2003.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I just wanted to get out of school at that
Yeah.
point. But I always looked up to him. So yeah,
Sure.
I mean, I always paid attention to what he was doing.
So another way to answer your question about the team, kind of our day to day is like he said, we have the same we have our own relationships with our clients, but there's a lot of times where if I've got a buyer that I'm meeting for the first time in the office, I'm always going to let him know. We share a calendar, so I'm meeting these people. We're going to talk about their needs. We're going to come up with a plan. I want you to meet them. That way, if I need to, if you're my client and I'm meeting you, I want you to meet him so that if I have to pull him in at some point, you're not just meeting him at a house.
Right.
You already know him, you're comfortable. And then every house I look at that I'm going to list, and same with him, if we're going to list it for sale, there's a lot that goes into that, and familiarity. We're both going to get the phone calls from other agents and buyers, so we always try to do those together so that we're both on the same page. So it's individual, but it's really together too.
That's great.
So.
I've noticed your sign in front of property, vacant property. So when you talk about your creativity, are you able to take and give people enough information about what potential there is on certain parcels?
I'm glad you asked. So if we're representing buyers, so a lot of what I think people struggle with is visioning things. And so we're kind of there connecting, here's the vision, here's how you can do it. And from there, it's their choice, right?
Yeah, picture this. Think about this. Could you imagine this? And then sometimes you have to draw it for them. Sometimes you have to help people with imagination. So inside of houses, but also with a vacant property. One thing we try to be careful though is that I don't want to be the reason they make a decision without them doing their own research too. So I don't want to be the township and tell them what they can and can't do. I just give them ideas for how they can get the answers, or we try to do it together, the client and I. So.
Are there any specific areas in Jackson County that are super hot right now? Like the second a house gets listed, it's gone. Are there multiple areas like that?
Probably.
There's multiple areas.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it's more about price point.
Price range?
Yeah. So I think the average selling price in Jackson County is like $225.
Yep.
Anything around that average is a really good mover.
Yep.
So especially if it's priced right. So there's some things that squeak into that price range that maybe shouldn't be there.
Sure.
But anything like 175 to 250 seems to still be moving really quick. So.
Yep.
How about investment properties? I think you guys have some of those too, right?
Yeah. Investment, we were just talking about this yesterday. Investment has been, at least the past couple of years, has been, I don't know how to put it, strong.
Growing.
Yeah.
Growing is a good way to put it.
People were looking for places to put money, investors.
Yep.
Some of the, I've got investors from out of state that are really excited about how much you can buy a house for here.
Absolutely.
So it stayed strong in general.
Yeah,
Awesome.
real estate's always a good investment. Historically, it always increases.
Yeah, whether it's your primary or an investment.
Right.
So.
Well, we wish you the best and appreciate you being here today.
Thank
Yeah,
you
thanks
guys.
for having us.
Thank you guys for
Appreciate
coming
it.
in.
It's the Watson team, Realtor Partners, the Watson Brothers team, Curtis Watson and Zach Watson with Coldwell Banker Beiswinger Realty Group. More of the morning show after this.